Hi guys, how are you? My name is Titanium, the founder of Investing MMT and the co-founder of Pure MMT for the 100% Beyond the Memes, along with my friend Edward Delzio, who is the author of The National Debit, a great book if you want to understand how the monetary system actually works and not how you think it works. I also run a Patreon page, patreon.com/mindthisone, where I teach people how to take the monetary system, apply it to macroeconomics, take that information, apply it into the real world, and then also apply it into investing. I also teach bare knuckle charting at the same time as well, where I take the two different ideas and I check them against both bare knuckle charting and macroeconomics and monetary system understanding to come to a conclusion as to what's the best way to approach the markets. Now, before I continue with the BITCON analysis, let me make it very clear that if you are going to come to Patreon and you're going to, put up your $5, and you think I'm going to sit here and give you trading signals on BITCON, and that you're going to learn bare knuckle charting, and that's all you're going to learn, and then you're going to run off a week from now and you're going to start doing what I do, don't bother. It's not going to work. You're wasting your time, you're wasting my time, you're wasting everybody's time. Don't bother coming down there, because that's not what I do. Okay, this is just the Bitcoin is just a demonstration of the power of bare knuckle charting. That's all it is. There's no fundamentals in Bitcoin. Okay, it's not like an economy where it's backed by something. Bitcoin is backed by, faith. That's it. There's no revenues, no profits, no dividends, no interest payments. There's nothing. There's nothing to analyze. It took me years to understand how to read a chart bare knuckle with nothing on it. Okay? And if you think you're going to come in here and you're going to learn that in a week, you're wasting your time. Not even a month. Not even a year. Okay? It takes a long time to do it in real time. So please keep your $5 and just go and, I don't know, go buy some books that's going to teach you support and resistance, candlesticks, RSIs, MACDs, and whatever. Okay? But don't come in here talking that nonsense. And don't come into my Patreon telling me, oh, this is the book of these guys that did this and these guys did that and these are the guys that I follow and he said and she said. Don't give me that garbage, because they're all wrong. Those people are very good at marketing. That's it. They don't have a clue as to what's going on. So again, all right, don't waste my time, don't waste your time, keep your $5. Before I continue with the video, the first thing I'm going to show you is this little message that I posted for my subscribers, where I said where to buy Bitcoin. Okay, and as you can see, it was around 8,200 and 7,800. I also posted it on Patreon right over here, where I said 8,200, 7,800. The low was 7,600 for a few minutes, and then from there it bounced. Okay, so let's go back and look at my my initial video back in December, and this is mostly for the new guys that haven't been following me. But back on December 25th, 2017, where it all began, and I started giving you frequent updates on Bitcoin. Let's see what I was telling you back then. And we're going to draw another line here. And what you're going to see is a structure. The structure is a rising, somewhat closing wedge. So with that in mind, what we're going to do now is we're going to go down to a weekly chart. Okay, and again you see the 1, 2, 3 up. Nothing has changed. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and we're assuming that this holds. We don't know if this is going to continue higher, but let's assume it does. So then we have the 1, 2, 3 up. We have the structure, and now we look a little bit closer. And what you'll see is, and I wish I didn't have these drawings on here, but let me just take them out. What you'll see is that it's still very much in a bullish uptrend. And what is a bullish uptrend? Well, you can see this is kind of accelerating to the upside. See it? Okay, it hasn't broken down. on a weekly chart. So what it looks like, it's a large erection, right? um, so the more erect it becomes, the more likely it is it's going to reverse. Okay, so we can see that on a weekly chart. Let's go down to a daily chart. Oh, and by the way, what if I take it off of log? Well, now it just looks screwed up. Now it's starting to have that formation of the Eiffel Tower. Okay, you see it? See that? We're starting to get that up move, right? And it's reversing. So okay, so we have to go down to another time frame. Let's make it a daily. Now, without the log in there, it is an Eiffel Tower pattern on the downside. So we're getting more pieces of the puzzle. So think of this as an x-ray, and you just, doctors know how to read it. Professional chartists know how to read it. Laymen don't. All right, so we have the 1, 2, 3, and we're starting to have this rollover, but again, we are essentially in an uptrend. Whether you want to use these lines here or you want to use the previous lines, it's still in an uptrend. All right, so let's go back in time. Now, I want you to remember this. All right, so you got the point, right? I was telling you when everything was bullish, everything was great, everything was, oh yeah, Bitcoin is going to the moon, right? That something is wrong. That something was wrong. Nobody was talking about the 400 million Bitcons that were stolen. Nobody was talking about, hey, you cannot have credit cards to buy, you can't use credit cards to buy Bitcoin, right? And all that negative stuff, it wasn't even there. The only piece of information that I had was this. That's it. Right? And it was 14,000 something. That's it. And I'm telling you, hey, Bitcoin is screwed. And people made fun of me. Let's go back even further. On December 21st, right here, December 21st, 2017, Bitcoin alert, breaking down. Results could be catastrophic for Bitcoin. Right? What was the price? 15,000. Right? We had the structure. It was falling. Where is it today? All the way down here. That's where it went. This is a massive, massive move. So, taking a look at the whole entire structure, the Eiffel Tower came straight up and then came straight back down. Massive, massive move. And again, I only had very little information at the time. A lot of people didn't get it, right? Look how it's down 60%. 61%. So you get my point, right? Another example is if you go back on December 30th, I said that next stop 10,000 and then 5,000, and I was showing that wave C was coming all the way down here, which was around $8,000. As you can see, we have reached that that target. Price back then was around 12,500 or something to that effect, but the call came all the way back here. Okay, much higher, around $13,000-14,000. So you pretty much get my point. Okay, so let's continue with today's analysis on February 2nd, and as you can see, the Eiffel Tower is ongoing. It hasn't stopped. At some point, it's going to stop. It's going to bounce, but we're not there yet. So let's take it off of the daily, and let's go down to a 1-hour chart. And as I told you before, I called for a buy at 7,800 or between 7,800 and 8,200. And here it is, one on Messenger and one on Bitcoin. I'm sorry, Patreon, about Bitcoin, and that's exactly what happened. We got a very nice bounce at that area, which was essentially right in here. Okay, so some of my subscribers bought in here, and now you can see we have a 1, 2, 3 up. It's pushing up very nicely. Let's take the average from that, and let's call it 8,000. Now we're up as much as 19% on that call. A very nice call, worked out very nice, bravo. But now let's move on. So what do we see here now? Well, the bounce is very rapid. We expect this to continue to go higher. We want it to go higher, and it would kind of look something similar to this, where it went straight up and then started making that consolidation, okay, before pushing higher. And that's probably what we're going to get here. You'll get some consolidation, push higher, and then we're going to test this area on this downtrend right here. Okay. Now, how is it going to behave once we get there? It's going to be interesting. Let's see if it breaks above that. We can see higher prices easily. So let's say, it does something like this, breaks up, does another consolidation, breaks out, and then we can see as much as 13,000, somewhere around there. A very nice move higher. I don't know if it's going to break this top, okay, but once it breaks the previous top, we might get a reversal. Okay, we're still in a downtrend. Any move to the upside at this point is counter trend. So as long as we remain within this bigger structure, these two red lines, you can have counter trend moves to the upside, but you're still in a downtrend. Okay. I had drawn this arrow from a long time back, and as you can see, once it broke the back end structure, it all fell apart. Right. And as I said before, we still have a target of 5,000 because all these people right now are puking it up. Now these people are puking it up, and this target is still very much in play, very much in play. So in the final analysis, this is what I'm going to leave you off. Number one, you never buy in the middle of nowhere. Okay, this is you start buying now. I'm not saying that it's not going to go higher, but you start buying now, your risk is huge. Okay. The time to have bought was down here, like I told my subscribers. Once it gets up here, I think you should be looking for the downside. I think we can come and test as high as this purple line, and then we're going to reverse and continue on down, and then this whole structure is going to just accelerate to the downside and go to around the $5,500 range. Okay. There's no reason to believe anything else at this point. Right. If we start breaking this structure, then we can, talk about, other scenarios, right? If it were to come up here, make some consolidation, then we could take it to the upside. But we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Okay. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed my videos over the past month or so, and I'll keep I'll keep posting them. Again, if you're interested in learning macroeconomics, the monetary system, how to apply that into the real world, into investing, and get away from this BITCON stuff, because this is just, honestly, it's pure gambling. That's all it is. You're more than welcome to come down. If you just want to come down and learn bare knuckle charting so you can go out and trade BITCON, you're wasting your time. All right? Don't even bother. Keep your $5. That's it, guys. One more time. The channel is patreon.com/mindthisone. Again, don't think that I only do this with BITCON. I did it recently with the stock market. If you go back on IMMT on January 29th, I posted this article where basically I'm telling you that the market is getting a little bit ahead of itself and to be cautious. Possible sharp correction is coming. Okay, that was again January 29th when the market was near all-time highs. Then again on February 1st, I came out and I said, stocks, NDX, SPX, urging caution, sharp sell-off is possible. And as you all know, that's exactly what we got. And there it is. Okay, it was a very, very sharp sell-off in the S&P. You take a look at the NASDAQ. Let me pull that up for you. Okay, there was a head and shoulders. Here's a sharp sell-off. I can take the there it is. See it? Very sharp sell-off. Up, around around $22,000. I actually took a lot of profits in this one already. I took half of my position off now. So, you know, again, the analysis is based on modern monetary theory, understanding the monetary system, understanding macroeconomics, understanding how to apply that into the real world, and how to apply it with an independent source like bare knuckle charting, where everybody has a say in my decision making, whether it be the technical analysis guys or be the the fundamental guys. I take everything into consideration and conclude as to what's likely to happen next. And of course I did the same thing with the German 30, the DAX. Okay, made some money on that as well. Anyway, that's it. Thanks again. I hope you find these videos informative. If you want to learn how to do this, come on down, join us. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Before this battle's over, the world will know that few stood against many.